What's up, everybody? My name's RJ, and I'm recording a video in my bedroom. Yay! Yeah, here's a little bit of a mess. But I wanted to talk about the Atlanta Falcons. Oof, the Atlanta Falcons, man, almost I said a bad word there. But Atlanta Falcons, dude, just won. Beat the Carolina Panthers. Giving the Panthers their first loss of the season. Really great game. Honestly, I think it was the most complete game that the Falcons have played all season. And they waited to week 16 to do it. Let's talk about some bullet points. That catch, though, from Julio Jones. First, Matt Ryan getting away from pressure, which he's had to do all season. That O-line. But he pointed at Julio to go deep. Dude chucked it. And Julio caught it over two defenders, and one of them being Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly, like one of, if not the best linebackers in the league. Could be defensive MVP this year. Caught it over him for a 70-yard touchdown pass, which was crazy. Oh my goodness, which was that crazy. That got me so excited. Then the defense. Let's talk about the defense. Yeah, Carolina got their opening touchdown on their opening drive. But other than that, 2 field goals. That was it. And the Panthers, came in as the number 1 ranked offense in the league. What I heard during the game, and held them to 13 points. Devontae Freeman came up big. Roddy White, his best game of the season. Yeah, he wasn't involved in the offense a whole lot this year. I don't know if they're fading him out or if he's gonna retire soon or whatnot. But he came up big. He came up big today with his best game of the year. And then you got Devontae Freeman, who didn't have a whole lot of yards. I think he ended up like 70 something, maybe mid 70s. But he had that touchdown, and he came up big. Like I said, the defense came up big. Namely, I'm gonna point out Vic Beasley. Vic Beasley played outstanding today. Probably his best game of the year. Drafted him 8th overall. He's been playing with a torn labrum in his shoulder all year, which we found out like last week or something, that he'd been playing with it for the entire year. So you got to give credit to him there. He probably hasn't been playing up to what the number 8 overall pick in the draft should, but I excuse it a little bit because of that torn labrum. He came up huge today with that pressuring Cam for the most part, and then coming up with that forced fumble to help seal the win for the Falcons. Like I said, this is the most complete game the Falcons have played all season. And yeah, they had that tough stretch. They started off 5-0, and you thought, oh my goodness, 5-0 with this team. And Dan Quinn's head coaching career started off awesome, but then they had that tough stretch where they went 1-7 in their next 8 games. And my feeling is, if they had won 3 of those 8, if they had went 3-5 instead of 1-7, they would not be fighting for their playoff chances. And I've seen where the Falcons are still in playoff contention, slight playoff contention, but they're still in playoff contention nonetheless. I've seen it, and it's very confusing, and it makes my head hurt, and I really don't want to think about that. But they got it was a great win, honestly, great win. Divisional game. You always want to get those wins. Avenge the drubbing that they took in Carolina. But now you got the Saints coming in next week. Saints are a big rival again. If you're not familiar with it, it's a huge rivalry. Yeah, if they finish 9-7, which is a good possibility, they can finish 9-7. If they finish 9-7, I am perfectly fine with that. I am perfectly fine with them not making the playoffs this year in Dan Quinn's first year. Because look at what Dan Quinn came into. Look at what Mike Smith left. He's coaching a defense that doesn't have all the personnel that he needs for his defense to fit. And I think that'll be the main priority in free agency, is to find guys that fit Dan Quinn's style of attacking defense. Focus on that. Find the perfect fits. Don't go out just because the guy's a huge name. Find the guys that fit. And then I think you need 1 or 2 pieces on the offensive line to go with Jake Matthews. Because that offensive line, oh my goodness. People blame Matt Ryan. Falcons fans have blamed Matt Ryan all year. Look at the line that is protecting him most of the time. It's quite awful, if you ask me. Need 1 or 2 pieces in the offensive line. Maybe a guard and a tackle. And then you need a tight end, a consistent tight end. I like Tammy, but he's not the long-term fix, obviously. You need to get somebody through the draft or possibly free agency. And you need to look at maybe getting a new kicker. I like Matt Bryant a lot, but I don't know how long Matt Bryant's going to stick around because he's on the older side. And he's hurt too, and he hasn't been playing the last several weeks. So you need to look for your future kicker, and you need to look for a new number 2 wide receiver. Like Roddy, I've liked Roddy ever since he's been with the Falcons, but he's getting up there. He may be lasting a couple more seasons, if that. You need a number 2 to go along with Julio, because I like Justin Hardy. Justin Hardy, the rookie out of Eastern Carolina. I think he set the NCAA record for most receptions in a career. And I like him, but I think he's more suited in the slot, much like Nick Williams. I think he's a slot guy. So you get a legit number 2 guy to go along with Julio, with Devontae running in the backfield. Tevin Coleman, he has fumbling problems, yes, but he's a good back as well. That's a good 1-2 punch. And then you have Matt Ryan throwing him the football. I think this has the makings to be a great team for a long time with Dan Quinn under the helm. But yeah, good win for the Falcons. Need to finish the season strong against the Saints and Drew Brees and all that. I think they will. Good win for the Falcons. I just wanted to come on here and talk about the Falcons for a little bit. And I don't just talk Falcons. I wanted to get a YouTube channel started where I talk. It doesn't have to be Atlanta stuff. Being as I live in Georgia, it doesn't have to be Atlanta stuff. It could be stuff dealing with the league, like with the Peyton situation, out in the Peyton Manning situation where he's alleged to use HGH when he was going through his neck issues and all that stuff. And the odd part about that, to me at least, was Al Jazeera reported it. Not ESPN or Fox Sports or NBC Sports or whatever. Al Jazeera. Really? But, yeah, I'll talk about all sorts of things. NFL, MLB got like 99 or 98 days until opening day for baseball. Talk about basketball. The Hawks are game back of first place. Excuse me. Game back of first place in the Eastern Conference. I'll talk college. You got the college football playoffs this weekend. Alabama, Michigan State, and Oklahoma and Clemson. I think it'll be Oklahoma and Alabama in the final, and I wouldn't mind seeing Oklahoma take it. Boomer sooner, that's me acting silly, and I apologize for that. And then we'll even talk high school sports. If you guys want to talk high school sports, that's my job, basically, is I cover high school sports in the area that I live for a living, so I'm very familiar with high school sports in the state of Georgia, but I'll keep up with recruiting and stuff because I am a Georgia Tech fan. I know people are probably saying, Georgia Tech, but isn't everybody UGA down there in Georgia? No. But yeah, we'll talk high schools. I want to cover everything, but I just wanted to come on here and talk about the Falcons for a little bit, how great of a win they had. They definitely rose up today, and wanted to talk about that for a little bit. I hope everybody has had a great Christmas weekend. Hope you got everything that you wanted. I hope everybody has a great and safe New Year's weekend. I know New Year's Eve is on Thursday and New Year's Day is on Friday, which is a bad time to celebrate, especially if you got work. But there's always the weekend. So everybody stay safe and have a great New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Have a great 2016. Hopefully I'll be keeping up with these. I'm very inconsistent with doing this. I just wanted to try it, see how it worked. And for people that view this, if you like it and you want to hear more of my opinions, like, subscribe. Get the word out to your friends, everybody, because I'm trying to build something here. I'm trying my hardest. Just a guy trying to make his dream come true. So won't you help me out? Please. But anyway, hope everybody has a great weekend, has a great rest of the Sunday, has a great week next week, and again, like, subscribe if you like my opinions and stuff, get the word out, but hopefully I'll get more out of these out, and hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.